Hello, Internet! This is Z Schrodinger's cat, and welcome to another episode of Sevtech Ages. Last time, we did this stuff. We got some stoked kilns and cauldrons, and we got some water wheels, and we're on our quest to get into immersive engineering, because I honestly don't remember how we got here. But we're doing it. We're doing immersive engineering because we can and because we are being told to by the quest line, which is we did this stuff. Over here, we made nether bricks and we have a blast furnace now. And now I just want to, basically, what I want to do is I want to hook these up, like I said last episode, to the center and have like a center pull, and then up here on this second level will be machines. So I want to get it designed for this house. There's so many things I need to do. I want to get a metal press, I want to get a crusher, so I have been doing a lot of work. I wasn't able to record for varying reasons. I wasn't feeling well, and then I was rendering, and then construction, and then all that kind of stuff. I was tired, and I didn't feel like it, and you're not my real dad, so you can't tell me what to do, but I got this area sort of worked out. The ceiling is still just stone, so that I don't actually know what I'm going to do with that. It's a very thin floor. It's one block floor, so I don't know. But I have these kind of wall designs and these designs over here for the water mills. I got them in a kind of a little thing, trough type thing over here. And then I got it going on the outside. There's still a lot of detailing that needs doing. I'm gonna put windows where the rotten bark is, and I have no idea what I'm doing with the top floor. I have all this dirt around here, which is scaffolding, which is getting in the way a whole lot of seeing what this building actually looks like. But I still need it there, so I'm gonna keep it anyway. We'll see how it looks at the end. And yeah, I also did the roof, and I'm using the palette from this building over there, with a few additions being the root and the green planks and the. Actually, that's it. That's all. That's all the additions. But if I come up here, you can start to see the roof that I have going on here. This also needs more detail. And obviously this front part and also the back part need to be detailed. But I chose to do the weedwood roof because I have that going out here. A while ago I switched that roof out from mulberry planks to weedwood. It looked a lot better, so I kept it, and it's the same color though, and it's the only roof of that color, so I figured I would add another roof of that color. I didn't want to do limestone because we already have 3 prominent limestone buildings, so I decided to go with the wood on the end. This area here is not great. The roofs are very hard to do when you don't have creative flight and you can't go back and look at it. I would love just to be able to hover back and like stand over there just to see what it looks like from varying angles, but I guess that is the curse we have given to ourselves. I want to have a staircase in the middle here, and I want it to be a pretty wiry, open staircase, because I want to have the thing we talked about before, where, with the wires, I think that was last episode, where we talked about putting the wires on top of these kinetic dynamos, because currently these are doing nothing. So I want to put the wires on top of those kinetic dynamos, and I want to have them centered up here and then go up there, and up there is where I will have the actual machines, the crusher and the metal former and all that kinds of stuff. Please let me up, please. Oh, jeez, Lord. Oh, life is so hard when you're affected by gravity. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put, like, the crusher here, the metal press here, and something else here. If I need more immersive engineering infrastructure, which I probably almost definitely will, I will make more buildings around here, because I guess this sort of, like, water area will probably be the immersive engineering area. I guess that sounds about right. My thinking behind that is that immersive engineering multi-blocks require a lot of space, and they require a lot of open space or shenanigans with wires, because you have to do with the wires, and then there's the poles, you have to connect them, and a lot of the plots I made out there are just not suitable for, I mean, I'm making excuses. I just want to build out here. Again, not my real dad. But I want to, this seems like very small if I'm going to have this pole in the middle here. I think I will not do that. Maybe I can push this back like that and have a 5x5 if I do this and then like that. I don't know if that's... Yes, I think that will be good. It's a little tight for space around here because of this, but I think that's enough space. I can probably put... let's see. That's not the one I want. Where is the regular root? Okay, giant root. Okay, here we go. Probably put something like this around the edge here. And then, that might make it a little tight still. I don't know if I should do that or do... this? How much space do I have if I do this? Yeah, I think that's enough space. So that's one block of space. It's not great, but it's fine. I need to do something about how open and thin this wall is. I just did some basic detailing around here, and now I'm struck with the problem of having this thing right here. It's very open and very large. I think what I might do is take this back and have another wall in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe down like that. Maybe. And then I can have it be a little bit thicker, because we're not putting any machines here, so we can do whatever we want with this space and with that space. So that might be pretty good. I could even come... Honestly, I could even come all the way across here and have this be a little bit of a space. I don't know. And I can fill in the wall here with either this or the rotten bark, and come across like that, and like that, and I did this 2 4th block scale little angle here on this side. I might do over here, but there's not a lot of room to do that. Could try doing something like this, no, that, and what, and what, and what. Maybe? I don't know. What does it look like if I do this? It's not great, but it's not terrible. There's a lot of similar texture in this area, but just like different tonalities. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly, do not know, but I will, even with this wall here, we still have the problem of this area being very open. Now, this area can be more open than like a house would, because it is like it's like a boathouse type thing. Because I imagine, I mean, our theme here is that we have, magic has drastically changed the shape of this land, so there's going to be buildings out here, but I still imagine that this would be in an ocean, even before the magic came around. It's just kind of brought the ocean up, maybe, raised the water levels. I don't know, I haven't thought exactly through that. I change my mind on what is and is not canon for this thing all the time, so we will only know when it is done. It sure is raining, but I think I figured out something for this entrance. I don't love it. I'm not a huge fan, I'll be honest. It's a lot of darkness. There's not, I mean, it's fine. It is fine. I added these windows here with this little thing. I like the windows. Windows help break up the area. This is super flat. I wish there was some form of depth here, but I don't know how to add it without drastically changing the thing. Maybe I can... It definitely cannot continue on to the 2nd floor being this flat. There has to be something. There has to be some break. So I'll have to have some, like, balconies or ingresses or something like that. I don't think that's the right use of that word. Whatever. Don't care. Don't care. I partitioned off this area to a bunch of places. I originally had this open, and so this was the entrance, but then it still felt too open, so I added this, and I don't know if that makes it better, but I want to figure out a staircase, and that could be a little awkward. I didn't measure great, because there's this, and then here it's flush, so is not great. But staircase needs to happen somehow. I guess I should mark out where the actual blocks are, but I don't know how to do it. I think what I'm gonna do, instead of a boathouse, I think a warehouse would be a better description for this area. I'm going to have a ladder, like, suspended in the middle here, and there'll be one block. I should figure out, she got some real blocks, so I can figure out how I want to space this, because I want this in the middle here, and like that, like, block placement is so difficult for me for some reason. So this is the thing around which we will be sending wires. Now that I think about it, I might need more than one block space for this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I can put, just have the pole end here, and then a wire just goes up to up here. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. So that's how I'll do that. And I want to create a kind of gate around here, so I'm obviously gonna have to thin this down a little bit, and I'm doing it out of this slate because I want it to look more metal-like than the other ladders, which are more like stone. I don't know why, I just kind of had that feeling in my gut, and I gotta follow my heart, you know what I mean? I think this works for a ladder for right now. I have this grate up here, which is kind of fancy, but not like super fancy, and I got this ladder here with these little rungs that are like one bit indented here to give it a little bit of depth. I don't know if I want to do something like this. I don't know. If I want to have it be rounded. Maybe on the edges too, that'll look better. On all the four sides. I do not know how I feel about that. I do not know how I feel about that. I think that's an improvement. I basically put it up all the way. I have these little feet on it here. What I could do is something like this to make it even a little bit more detailed. I don't know if that's too much. Is that too much? No, I actually like that. I do. I like that. Approval. Seal of approval. But yeah, that's okay. And I have these little top things over here. Let's see. I keep thinking of new things to try. Always think of new things to try. That, and then I'll get rid of that, and then we get rid of that. And maybe, I was on the fence about that, but then I'm thinking maybe. And then this, and then that. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Cause I like it a lot because it makes the thingies thinner, the little rungs thinner, so that they are different than these things over here. So now I have to connect it to this thing, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. Well, the LV, the wires in this mod in Immersive Engineering, they're pretty cool. They're a little annoying. Basically, you have your LV wire connectors, and these are what connect to machines. So whatever the kinetic dynamo, whatever's, they do that. The LV wire relays are for connecting multiple wires to each other. So if I wanted to do something like, that's the wrong one, if I wanted to do something like this, and then I would be able to right click on there and then right click on here, and now it is connected. So that can then come to this central pylon, I guess? I don't know. This is a little bit weird. Now everything's connected up there, and it's pretty easy at that point for me to just dangle something immediately above here and then connect the two nodes, and then from the middle here, they can then connect to anything up here. But I also want to design a little post for this thing. I think that will suffice. It's simple, and I honestly could use a little bit of color or something, or detail in terms of changing the texture, but the model I think is good. I might texturize it with like some rust or something when I find a block that's actually decent for that. That keeps smacking me. These hurt you. when you knock into them, I guess you can make insulated ones. It didn't used to be this way, but now they got angry and they hit you, and it's not nice. See this pole right here? This shape that goes all the way to the roof and all the way to the bottom, and how there's half one over here? I think I'm going to continue that all the way up. I originally didn't do it because I thought it might be too liney, but I think I will continue that all the way up, and then I will have this space in between be very open. I'll have some sort of wall or structure in the middle, and then the other side will also be open. I have been doing a lot of work on this place. It is mostly done except for details. The roof still needs details. The structure is all in place. I have these big X's here, these little support frames. I didn't want to fill in any more walls. This area is already really flat. I don't, if I were to do this again, I would push this wall in the middle. I would push it out a bit and have like something sticking out so that there's some actual depth in this wall here. I thought that the openness of these would suffice for that, but it doesn't really now that I actually see it. But I think it's okay. I think it's good. Ish. As good as it can be. I have I added these windows here. I'm smelting down some more glass. I'm gonna put probably light gray glass in here. And these will be open. I'm not putting glass there, so hopefully that will differentiate these holes from these holes a little bit when you get that color in. I have also extended the ladder up here because I've been working on this area over here. I have these little windows going out over here and then just like that, and I like how this is kind of like curved. The incline of the windows has this like shape to it, which I like. And I have this roof here, which is alright. I've yet to do the I'm gonna do something similar to that. I don't know if we'll do it exactly that, because it's a little bit of a different space, but that's okay. I also need to make a pole for the little thing over here, and these are the windows from this side, which is pretty cool. I like these windows a lot. I do like these X's. I like how this place looks from the inside. The ceiling needs a little bit more detail. But I like how they look from the inside. The outside is a little bit, the shape's a little weird, I will admit, but I think it's okay. I think it's good. I have cleared out some space because, like I said before, I want to put the crusher and metal press over here. Not sure what I'm going to be doing for here yet, but I have these little spaces cornered off here, and I'm going to try and put this metal press together on camera, so let's see how this is going to... It's not going to go well. I'll tell you that right now. I know, I'm a psychic. I know that it's not going to go well. Okay, steel scaffolding. Alright, and then redstone engineering block. And then you have to check the wiki. You have to tab out while you're recording to check the wiki. And then after that, you put these. I don't know if these have an angle that they need to be at. I don't know if that matters. Let's just do that, I guess. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm pretty sure they have to be the same way. I don't know that for a fact, but I swear to the Lord. Just let me place them directionally. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then in the middle, you gotta tab out once again professionally. Piston is in the middle. Okay, great. And then on top, you got... No. That. And then on top, you got the heavy engineering block. And that should be a crusher once I hit it with the hammer, which I definitely have. Here it is. Okay. And what? And what? No, please. What? No? You cannot form the multi-block. Further progression is required? What? Really? That's weird. Because... Can I please open the damn achievement menu? Thank you. Because this is... I'm doing immersive engineering. Small sample, coarse sample. Huh. I guess I can't use, Oh. Well, that's a flaw in the plan. Oh. Sad face. Can I form the crusher at least? Please, crusher? Did I... Hey! I can make a crusher! Hey! Okay, that's good. I guess. That fence does not go there. How come I have an extra fence? whatever. Okay, so we have a crusher now. Okay, great. I think that gives us ore doubling. Why can't I do this? Nah. So you've got to put this thingy on here, and then I believe I can just do this, maybe, hopefully, if it lets me. It might not. There we go. The wire connection is obstructed. Okay, fine. Let's see. Let's get one here. No, that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. Okay, here we go. And here, and then this to here. And this should be powered now. And it hurts. These wires, they hurt a lot. Okay, they don't hurt a lot, but they are annoying. Then I have to, I believe I have to, I don't know how to find cobblestone or crusher recipes, but I believe, or I thought, at least, that if you threw it in, you would... What's this? What's this over here? Is this not the place where you power it? Because it looks an awful lot like a place where you would power something. Do I have to put a chest here? Is this what you want? Do I have to destroy my nice, my nicely designed watermill to put a chest here? No? No? It's not what it is. Okay, maybe cobblestone doesn't have a recipe. Maybe I need to go find some ores, which I do not have because I smelted them all. Alright, let me try putting a redstone signal. It was the redstone signal. I forgot the redstone signal. Does this do damage if I go up here? Hey, how come it stopped? Oh, because it ran out of things. Look, it made the gravel. Nice. Okay. Look at that. Oh, look at that little animation. That model animation is fantastic. I believe I can now put a chest here. Is this the place I need to put a chest? Here? And then if I actually put an item in for it to spit out to, maybe it ends up in here. Awesome! So what I can do is I can get... Hey! Rude. I hate these wires. I hate them. They make me angry. I can take the... hold on. Can I put it, like, please? Please? Can I please put it, hold on. Let me put it like that, and then I can click it like that. Okay. Great. You cannot find them, but just be quiet. Just be quiet, okay? And I can put stuff on here, and then it will go in there, right? The conveyor belts will carry it in there. And if I am correct, I can then put a chest here, and I can put this in here, and it'll take it out. No. That was a lie. I was lied to. Okay, can I put, like a hopper? Can I don't have a hopper. Alright, that's great. Okay, hold on. Okay, hopper time. Hopper and chest? Where did the chest go? I swear to the Lord, I don't have a chest. Okay, I do have a chest. Okay, good. Things do not have to be lit on fire. Alright, we do this, and then we hopper, and then we... Hey, that's fantastic! I don't know what happens when the inventory of the crusher runs out, though. How many stuff can this hold? How many stuff? That's good English, right? And what if something goes in there that doesn't have a recipe? What happens then? All of these, good questions and more. I had to put this block here because I kept climbing up this wall and getting shocked by this thing and getting pushed out of the doorway. So that solves that problem, right? I don't know what happened. Can I go down here? Ouch. It hurts a lot. Does it just eat the things that it can't process? I'm guessing the answer is yes. Because, like, if I throw a torch in there, and then I go in there, did I get the torch back? I have no idea. I have 3 quartz right now. I don't know. The torch probably has a recipe. This is for science! It's for science, kids! Okay, science is yes. Science says yes. It does eat the things if they don't have a recipe. So that is good to know. But I now have automated crushing, which is fantastic. And this water supply, or power supply from here is infinite. So this can go forever. So I am noticing here that this gold ore, if we use it to double our ores, you can get 2 gold grit instead of smelting it into 1 ingot. You can't smelt it with anything other than the arc furnace. So we will not be doing that, I guess. You can use it in the alloy kiln to make electrum, which is not very useful at all. So we won't be doing that. But we can use the, we got this lapis ore because now we have this sweet silk touch pick. We got 9 lapis per lapis ore. That's pretty great, right? And coal is the same. And we can finally get like cobblestone stuff. It's been so annoying for me to have to go mine sand and gravel when I have 8 bazillion cobblestone here. I wonder if there's a thing that makes cobblestone in this pack. Because it would be excuse me. It would be nice. That's the one downfall of this silk touch pick, is that cobblestone gets harder to get. What is this stuff? Whatever. Okay, internet has good news for me once. The buffer for this thing, apparently, it's like, it's an array list, essentially, so excuse me, I'm trying to talk about data structures! Okay, I'm back. Now that I'm back on top and can see the crusher again, I can talk about how it has infinite storage. Well, not infinite, but you know what I mean. What I was afraid of is that they were sitting, like, item entities, and that if they despawn, either they would despawn, or they would collect and lag my world out, but it seems to be that everything is fine. When I'm looking at this entity, there is only 2, 3, and where are all these damn... there's 109 mobs, and I'm concerned that I only see 4 of them when I look at the mob farm. That's a concern. But it's a concern for another time. Point is, we could just continue dumping whatever the hell we want into this crusher, and nobody's gonna care. It's not gonna ruin everything. Good job, crusher. I'm proud of you. You really came through on this one. I want to continue with a bit more building here, because it's been a while since I recorded, and I need to get back on the groove, and I think that's the best way to do it. So, I want to get... I didn't prepare for this. I want to get pitstone, I think? Maybe? Let's see. Pitstone. Yes, that is the one that I want. And I want to do it... I have no idea, actually. Let me do some curves. Like, I know it's nighttime and raining, which is really ideal, perfect conditions for recording YouTube videos. Please! Please! I swear. Let me get up and let me stay up. What am I doing? I don't know. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, and then here, ooh, these are not even. These are not at all even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me space out some poles. I think that's okay. I want to have it kind of peaked like this, and have it just sort of spaced out where these poles are, because that's where the windows are. There's a little bit of weirdness in the middle here, because it isn't. I forgot a pole. I totally forgot a pole, but that's okay. There's a little weirdness in here because the building is not exactly split up by the amount that I did the windows by, but that's okay. I can continue going up here. I did 5, and then I did 4 up, and now I'm doing 3 up, and this is 2 up, and 1 up, and we'll see what that looks like. Yes, yeah, that works. I want to fill this in with the giant root. We might, in this building, run into the same problem that we have in the building over here, which is a little bit of an anti-aliasing problem. See that? There's so much detail in the textures. It's all very woody textures. It's hard to see through the rain, but there's anti-aliasing, and it's a bit cramping my style, but that's okay because the combinations look good together, so we will just have to deal with it. I'm going to fill it in. I don't know if I'll have windows here. I don't know how this is going to be. I think maybe... I could fill it in probably back here. And maybe I could have windows that are like, I don't know, little slits, maybe? Up like that? Come on, let me fill this in. Hold on. The windows down there are curved. I'm thinking maybe, excuse me, the lag is not great, in this area. It's, needs improvement, for sure. Let's see, if I get rid of these, and that, and this... do I want to put a thing down here? Probably. I probably want to put a thing down here. And then, like that. Maybe. And like this. And like that. And that. And over here. So there's some depth. And then we'll put glass back there. Whenever I get glass. Yeah. It might be a little bit, repetitive in that the windows are the same on the bottom as they are on the top, but I'll put them all in first. Maybe I could have something up here that's different. I don't know. That looks pretty good. I still don't have the glass in because I cannot be bothered to find it. But I want to do something around it. I think I want to have a flat roof for this building just because we have a lot of pointed roofs around it, so I have a thinking flat roof. I think... I don't know what I want to surround this thing with. I'm thinking this. I might come out, excuse me, please work with me here, and kind of frame this maybe? I don't know, maybe this is too much framing, mouth noises, great audio, best audio on YouTube. I don't know if framing these would be a good idea because we already have the pitstone framing the thing, but I do need to fill in this area with something, this area behind here. I don't want to do weedwood. That actually looks pretty good. Kind of. I mean, it's not great. But it looks okay. Maybe? And maybe if we bring up the weedwood around it, and have that be the top, then maybe? I don't know. It's a slightly different tone, which isn't great. But I think I can make it work. I replaced the rotten bark with the weedwood, and I was right about it looking like too much weedwood, but it was also weird with the rotten bark because it was at the same depth level as here, so it met here with, like, this flesh line that I didn't like. So, I think I will leave it like that. I don't entirely know how to do the roof. I think what I might do is something like... I come out like this, with that, and I have a line here, right? Like this. And then I have something back here, like, weedwood? The other weedwood? Like this. Yeah, that'll do. That could work. And then I can have another line, like, no, wrong button. Okay, another line, like this. And then another line out, like that. And I can have, like, little designs here, so like that, and like this, and like that, and like this. And then this area up here will be flat, up here. So, let's see, what does that look like? It looks okay. I'll have to do something about that top bit because it's very bulky, but I think that might work. I've been doing a ton of work. I wasn't able to record. Depression hit me in the family jewels, so I was just here doing a bunch of stuff. I made this building. Well, it's just not done. This needs windows and details up here, and it's pretty symmetrical and boring, but that's okay because we have so many weird, not pattern buildings that I think it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. But I have this in here, not done. But yeah, I just did a lot of building. I finished this building up here, and I brought a lot of stuff down from half block scale to fourth block scale, except for those windows over there because I think they look fine like they are. And let's see, I have was this roof here before? I put a ladder here down to the sheep so I can actually get up when I jump down there, and I also have this second floor area. I have these windows which need detailing. I have not done these. I kind of forgot about them. I completely forgot about them. But I have this roof here and this with this design over here. I was originally afraid this would be too much weedwood, but now that it's all in, I think it's fine, especially with these little designs with the darker weedwood. I think it's good, and I do like how this looks. How these windows look like they're like they're behind the weed wood. That I think is cool. I added this little pathway down here, brought up this slate stuff around the edge to cover up the part of the building that was cobblestone, and I also did a lot of tying up loose ends building-wise. I started adding some clay into the base of the limestone where it touches where the blue stuff on the ground is. And let's see, I put in some glass. Over here, I cannot get in here. Cannot get in there. Okay, let's try here. Can I get in here? Can I? Yes, I sure can. I started to replace a lot of this green glass with the gray glass, the light gray glass, and I like this a lot. It gives it an effect that there's just like crap growing on here, like mildewy stuff growing on here, which I think is good and starts adding some character and detail and stuff. I brought a lot of stuff from 4th block to half block scale. A lot of the roofs, you'll see the roof over here is now at 4th block scale, and there's some little designs here on the side, and let's see, did I do anything? Yeah, there's designs here on the side here. There's this big, I finally figured out what I wanted to do with this area. It's a tough area because it's a large space, but there's really nothing, there's no space behind it, because there's the drawer system and then there's a mountain. So I couldn't put like windows or a balcony, or so I finally figured out something to do there, which I actually really like. I think it ties in that area well. Still need to finish this stuff over here. I forget all of the little things that I did, but that is gonna do it. Oh right, the ceiling here. I like this a lot. Just a small detail does so much more for it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Next time, we'll do probably building. So I'm gonna say good day to you, Internet, and thank you for watching.